So we're gonna get into nationals a little bit more, but did you see the Facebook post by Anthony Cardi? I think it was Friday night
Yes,
that
that was.
he said that someone kept calling him Scott Sikora and he was getting super mad about it. Right?
Yep.
Well, here we go. Here it was. It was Dylan Brown. He said I kept calling Anthony Scott. He said I asked Cardi, he said, I can't remember. It was one of those mustache guys kept saying it. It was Dylan.
Yeah, Cardi was messaging. We were messaging too on Saturday morning. He was telling me about it, and
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
yeah, because we were talking about the post and everything, and dude, I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I'm flattered by it because like Anthony's a handsome dude, so
Old tricky beard.
yep.
But
So
it's
yeah, no,
funny.
I laughed so hard when I saw
I'm
that.
glad we cracked this case and we didn't even know we were detectives right now. But yeah, that's all Cardi knew. He said it was one of those mustache guys, and there was about 9,000 of them, so it was kind of hard to point them all out, especially Friday night because they were all English mustache Friday night. But you did it.
Yeah.
And then something else. So Andrew Matson's whole family came to nationals and he was standing there talking to them.
What?
And Sean Duff came up and conchoed him into the freaking ceiling right in front of his mom and dad and everything and just walked away.
Is this a like honest
Poor
to God true
Andrew.
story?
100%. No, just Duff just came up and just sent him into the ceiling tiles.
Wow.
And Andrew's mom was like, "What was that?"
Hey Joe, he writes, you guys give mental health tips and stuff. Yeah, sometimes we do special shows or we have guests on from time to time that are involved in the mental health field. And we talk to them about events and stuff that they're hosting or beard competitions
Mhm.
where we're hosting and their stuff, but also if you go back into any of our older videos, we do some suicide prevention stuff. I think a couple October or Novembers ago, we did, I don't know, or always around this time of year, we always do a special episode about mental health issues. So just go back and check through some of the older stuff.
And Joe, if you want, you can look up Shape the Podcast. I think that's kind of Kyle Waller's deal over there. He really kind of talks about people that struggle with mental health or they used to or he does a good job to not just necessarily talk about beard stuff over there. They're more, there you go. There you go. Look at that. Kyle Waller's here. Just that stuff. Go listen to the Shape podcast. They're mental health stuff. But we do our best to do mental health stuff over here, Joe, but that's mainly we talk about beards, mainly.
Yeah, we all struggle and we all go through different things in lives and we found a good family in the bearding community. So, and we get to spend lots of time together and see each other frequently. So it's a good support group for people who may not have someone that's like them or they feel like ostracized from their family or they just don't feel like they fit in society. And luckily for us, a lot of us found that missing piece in our life in the bearding community, and
It's crazy. It's
yeah.
super crazy. Like this to go, talk about the whole family thing. Like this weekend was amazing and it had nothing to do with really the competition to me. Like this weekend was a very extremely family feeling deal and yeah, it's get involved, Joe. Just get involved. That's what I say.
Yeah, well, I mean, even if you don't have a beard and it's something that you are interested, I mean, we're our family is a huge community all over the world, and we take everyone into our community.
Hey Ken, were you at nationals? Was that your first ever beard contest? And Jordan,
I don't. We're gonna have to wait for him to answer that.
he will.
So, as we're leading into starting to talk about nationals this weekend, one of the things that we wanted to kind of cover today on talking about the nationals with you, Aaron, and kind of telling us a little bit about what you perceived from it and talk about all the different things that were going on. But we want people to chime in throughout our discussion to kind of tell us about the things that you guys liked, the things you didn't like, and maybe things that you wish would happen, like that wasn't there, or just give us some ideas. We kind of would like some feedback because I mean we're the people to talk to the right people to get things done. If there's something that a lot of you are like so hardcore set on that, in the price of the ticket, we want hotel room accommodations tied into that. And if enough people like want that, then maybe it could get worked out. I know that's just
Maybe. Who
super
knows?
hypothetical,
Scott
but
Sikora is gonna buy a hotel and put everybody up. But
yeah.
Here we go. You just want to get into this thing, Scotty?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because as we had MJ on last week and kind of went over all the different events, and that was the thing is like we talked a lot with MJ about all the things that were going on around nationals as opposed to like the actual competition. And we briefly touched upon it, but there was so much going on that whole entire weekend that
So much, man.
just
Like
and for lots of people traveling in from all over the country, it just was like a perfect weekend for you guys.
it was an amazing weekend. The weather could have been better. We went to nationals and everybody was excited because it was going to be way better and way warmer than Casper and whatnot. But man, right before we got there Tuesday and Tuesday night, this cold front come rolling in and it was windy as crap the whole time. It was fine, but certainly pretty windy. That would have been better, but I don't think anybody could have fixed that situation. But yeah, it was amazing. It was an amazing weekend. I don't even know. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, as Jerry says, it was a bit warmer than Wyoming for
So
sure.
it was definitely warmer than Wyoming, especially day of. So
Yeah, and there
why
you
is
go.
why is Anthony Cardi co-hosting with me?
I don't know. You just missed that whole entire conversation, like literally by 2 or 3 minutes.
And Cardi, we found out who it was. Oh my gosh, where'd he go? Where's the comment? Here it is. It was Dylan Brown. He said he kept calling Anthony Scott all night. So it was Dylan Brown that you're super mad at, Anthony Cardi. But thank
Yeah,
you for
and that's
co-hosting Talking Beards with me tonight.
if you would have got it right, you probably would have got first in mustache.
Who? Dylan?
Dylan
I know, Dylan. You pissed Cardi
went
off,
and
and
ruined it for yourself.
it was great. The wind blew, but it was still amazing. Yeah, it was exactly that. Windy, windy, windy. Couldn't stand a chance against the beard chain.
Bet you they could. All right,
Probably.
so let's talk about that. First thing, let's just dive into that because that was one of the first kickoff events for the thing was the beard chain.
Yeah, that
Um,
was the big Friday night extravaganza. There was a Thursday night pub crawl that went really well, but I think I pretty well just did that by myself. And no, Natalie just didn't go with me. Anyway, I don't even remember. It was all a blur.
you
I
were so
went
drunk.
hammered, drunk. But yeah, Friday night. Look at this. Let's just get into that. We
Look
did
at all those people. I know a couple people in that picture.
so I should have wrote down the numbers, but we did like 195 feet on the full beard chain. That was like 150-ish last year,
How many
Casper. So,
meters?
dude, I don't know. But yeah, so we did 4 different chains. We did the mustache chain. I think all the measurements are on the website. Oh my gosh, here we go. Measurements coming up. So, mustache chain. World record for the mustache chain, Scott. 20 feet, 4 inches. Craft beard, 43 feet, 11 inches. Partial beard, 42 feet, 8 inches. And then, full beard, 195 and 3 inches.
No,
So, yeah,
Cardi was off by 1 inch.
he was off a little bit. It's all right. Maybe the website's off by an inch. But yeah, the mustache dudes were incredible. They only got 20 feet, but they were a mess. They were just stacked on top of each other. so everyone had to be facing the same way because that's what we talked about. Is like they could just face each other and link, but they all had to be facing the same way. That was part of the Guinness requirements. And yeah, so this is Danielle right here. That's Natalie's aunt. She's a second place national champion right now. Her
Wow.
her first beard competition. That's what we should do. We should have had Danielle come on and talk about her experience. Freaking Nico. But yeah, Friday night, lots of beard chains. It all went really well. There was drone footage, was super cool.
Yeah, I did see a couple postings on Instagram, some
Mhm.
drone stuff, and
It was
really cool.
good, man. It was out there on the pier while we were all linked together and just having to awkwardly stand there for long periods of time while they measured and all that. At least we got to just stare at the ocean. Last year we just were staring at the walls of inside of a bar in Casper, Wyoming. 229 finalists at over the weekend. That's pretty good. See, Sean Duff was next to Fetty. The wind had my beard flopping around like crazy. It thought it was going to hurt his stash. And
Uh-oh,
then,
here's another person we gotta this would have he would have been a great guest to have on. Maybe
well,
we
he's
can
putting
talk to him.
his podcast comes on in 1 hour, so he's probably getting ready for that. But what's up, Dan C. Bearded? He was a judge for the full event. Him and Natalie, I do believe, were the only two judges that stayed at the table through all 47 categories. But got to meet Dancy Bearded for the first time this weekend.
Yeah, I
It
would
was
love
awesome.
to I'd love to have him on and hear about what his take was of I mean, I know he's judged just the smaller
Mhm.
competitions up in Michigan, but for him I mean, and that's been recently too that he started. I think he did 2 for Mark. But it'd be cool to find out, like, where he's at and his mindset on his whole entire time for that weekend and going to judge such an esteemed event and seeing
Well,
so many different beards.
I guarantee Dancy Beard has probably already done a whole episode about that exact thing
Oh,
right
I
there.
know he is.
I think that was his Monday show. It was just all about, you know, nationals. But yeah, the mustaches
He
were not
says,
all waxed together. They were also clipped, Andrew.
"See," he says the event was special and he has a lot he wants to say. And I mean, and that's the thing though, is like we're gonna ask different questions, of course.
Well, maybe there you go. What Dan C. Bearded, what are you doing next Tuesday? Maybe you and Scott Sikora could have an episode talking about nationals and you can ask him what his national stuff was all about. Scott,
It's
maybe, maybe.
possible.
I'm
The
not gonna be able to
possibility.
do the show next week, but we'll have your people contact Dan C's
Yeah.
people.
Hey, I'll shoot you a text later.
Yeah, there you go. That 45 categories, Uber Stash and Craft attached beard had no competitors. So they judged 45 categories. I was rudely mistaken when I said 47. I
Gosh.
apologize, Andrew. He's pissed. He pissed.
Piest.
But yeah, then Friday night they did a full exhibition with 6 categories on the roof of there you go. Um Yeah, they did the exhibition competition on the roof of Joe's Crab Shack. Uh, I didn't stick around this year. I did the beer chain stuff, and we all kind of did our own thing. We went and ate some IHOP and ended up back in the room. But I'm allergic to shrimp and crab and lobster and those type of things, and my stomach was starting to hurt just being there for like an hour, and I didn't feel like sitting there all night. And I wanted to go take care of Natalie because she needed to get some rest because we had to get to the venue at 6:45 a.m. on Saturday, so we didn't feel like sitting out, staying up until midnight this year.
Yeah, you go to the IHOP with the
We
best
did.
wait. Now, come on, man. I feel like every time we go to one of those places, we always have like the best waitresses ever. It's been a while since I've been out with a whole group of you guys, but I always remember having the best time with the waitresses.
Yeah, our waitress was one of the best waitresses I think I've ever had. Like she was super super fun. And yeah, we went and did our IHOP thing and then couple other people. Danielle and Rachel joined us from, Natalie's aunt fame, and went back to the room and hung out. It was a lot of hanging out, but it was a lot of good hanging out. There we
Andrew
go.
says,
Oh my
he
god.
goes, Natalie Johnston had to keep all the guys in line and
Dang.
herd us all around the pier.
So
That's French for pier.
I almost loaded that picture in here, but Natalie had a green bullhorn, and she was just screaming at everybody all day Friday, and she loved it, and I think everyone else equally loved it, and it was a lot of fun. I think I enjoyed it. It was a lot better doing the beer chain stuff outside, so we could spread out, except for the whole wind part. But
All right, so the best in show. Here we go. Can I pull this up?
yeah, go for it. Let's just take that. So here's the deal with this guy, Jake Darlington. He showed up with like a 13, 14-inch long beard and a long mustache and was like, I want to do Garibaldi. What do I need to do? And he did it. He did exactly what he needed to do, and he took his super amazing beard and cut 6, 7 inches off of it, 5 inches, whatever it was. He cut a good bit of length off. He cut some mustache length off, and this thing is impressive as crap. Like, these pictures don't do this beard justice. I don't know how he functions as a human being with this bush on his face.
Dude, it is so incredibly dense.
And it's like these pictures, I'm telling you, absolutely do not do it justice. It was just like this. He just had this beard of like, it was amazing. And it was, like I said, equally as amazing and before he cut it. But he wanted to do Garibaldi, so that's what he does. That's what he did. Yeah, there it is. Austin, there it is. James O'Neill, what's up, my friend? Austin the barber killed it. I thought James cut it, so it was James O'Neill's buddy that cut it. It was Austin, the guy with the musketeer. There it is. So a musketeer cut this dude. I think he was the barber in Casper, I believe. But yeah.
Let's see. We have a complaint here from
All
Mr.
right, let's
Robert J. Baker, the candlestick maker.
Mm-hmm. So the light, when you look, the mic was blinding when looking at the crowd. That's part of just being on stage, Bob.
That's the way it is on stage. They have
That's
so
when
the
you just
people
get
can
there and you
see
do
you.
this. This makes you look a lot cooler, and then you can see. You're like, "What's up, everybody?"
Or just wear sunglasses. That could be your new thing.
There you go, Bob. I was like the only goatee that didn't wear sunglasses. I felt left out. I was like, dang, I didn't get the sunglasses memo.
Let's see.
What else we got going on?
So
yeah, everybody, if you were at nationals and you have a pro or con, go ahead and just toss it in the comments, and we'll give us something to chat about a little bit. What else do we got going on here? Here's a good chunk of Talking Beards the Club in the full beard chain from Friday. We were all dressed alike. We looked all super cute in our gray shorts, Talking Beard shirts, and our checkered Vans. Why is Andrew standing like what? Andrew's just standing there.
Yeah, Andrew Orton writes, the venue killed it. It was an awesome setup.
It was a very, very, I mean, it was an auditorium, it was, lots of cool concerty people have come across there. And
who played the night before? Jethro Tull.
It was Jethro Tull's guitarist it was a member of Jethro Tull in a Jethro Tull tribute band. There was one member of the actual band, I think. Extremely well ran.
Yep.
The MC had a difficult job, but crushed it.
That's Adam Cosgrove.
Adam Cosgrove. The crew with Good Taylor running the numbers and keeping the flow flawless. The venue was gorgeous. And yeah, that's all pretty solid pros there, Dan C. Bearded.
And Justin, he says it was his first timer. It was instant brotherhood was amazing, and willingness to help learn things was amazing. And that's, I think, one of the things that you can never state enough, especially if you go to one of these events and you share with someone that, oh my God, this is my first time here. It's like that person tells everyone else, and everyone there lets you know. So, like, they all embrace you and try to, make you feel welcome, and make your whole experience like nothing you've ever experienced before. And hopefully that's exactly what this event was. I mean, we love welcoming new people into the circle of beard competitions and stuff like that. So, I mean, we want people to experience it because we know how it's made us feel, and we know it can make you feel that way too.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of people that, learning about it at these events and spreading the word of it and whatnot. We've got Corey here. Corey, he got involved with nationals from Casper, Wyoming. He won his category up there. He's a well known gentleman up there in the Casper area, and now he traveled to Daytona. And he said, "I'd love to see scheduled after parties for those who want to attend." We had a great turnout for the Coyote Ugly event on Friday night. So yeah, a bunch of them went out Friday night after Joe's Crab Shack exhibition was over. They went to Coyote Ugly. But yeah, maybe we can do that. We've a few years ago, I think there was a lot of pre-party, post-party, pre-party events, and it was like nobody really cared. So maybe we can maybe do something again. Maybe we can try that.
Maybe.
There you go. All honest Amish comps are great. Thank you, Kevin Henderson. We do our best.
Of course, always pro,
Uh,
goatee, cons, chops, or hollers.
Freaking Andrew. Freaking Andrew. But I mean, very true though. I mean it's a very solid fact. I mean, there's goatees were pro and chops and whalers were cons.
Corey says it was a perfect location. They literally had people come from across the street at the Ocean Center and to come and compete. So yeah. So how many familiar faces, old faces, new faces were do you did how like what was your ratio you feel of like people that either you haven't seen in forever? Because I
Mhm.
know I was kind of following along on Facebook and seeing who was going, and seeing bunches of people that I hadn't seen or thought about in forever. And then, all the regular people that we're usually seeing, and then a few new faces. So what was your ratio, do you think?
I would say probably like a quarter percent, like a quarter of it was like OG people, maybe people that maybe pre-COVID were more active, and maybe this was the East Coast National, so more people wanted to come to it. But it seemed like some OG type people were there, maybe like I said, like 15%, 20%, 25%, somewhere in there. Um, most a good chunk was just your regular old national competing people, probably half, and then the other 30% ish, 35% was first timers. There's a lot of first timers, and that's awesome. I love seeing the first timers, and always the first thing that comes out of my mouth is, how did you find out about this event? And more times than not, just Facebook ads. That's or word of mouth. Most of those are the top two answers for sure. Like Facebook, just random, or well, my brother-in-law saw something on this and told me I got a beard, so I need to be there, and so here I am. But it's cool, man.
Let's see. There's a lot of good comments coming in right now. Anthony Cardi even says, he goes, the highlight of his weekend was helping Robert with styling advice and sharing the hotel mirror with him while he styled, giving tips and seeing him win his first national title. I mean,
RJR, man, he's come a long way in the
yeah, I
in
mean,
the
he's only literally been involved in the community for a year now.
yeah, right at about a year, maybe a little bit more than a year. He got second at Casper Nationals, and dude, he brought it. He was one of the guys that stayed with us. If people didn't know who that is, that's the Summer Hobblers main squeeze, Calvin. So Calvin and the Hobbs. So Summer Hibbler got turned into Summer Hobbler, and that got converted over to the Hobbs over the weekend.
Oh,
So
wow.
then Rim Job got converted over to Calvin. So then we ended up with Calvin and the Hobbs. And I like the Hobbs for summer. I
Yeah.
really do. I don't like Calvin as much, but I like the Hobbs. I think that's pretty good.
Works good. Robert Mavick says he's glad to see the Whaler category. He writes, had all three categories with great beards. There was an issue with the Donegal, but will be finalized in proper length for next year and into the future. Yeah. So what was that about?
I think there was Robert Mavick didn't like I think it was a soul patch guy. So if you look at like the World Book Encyclopedia definition of a Donegal, it's just got a picture of Robert Mavick. And
Yeah,
if your beard doesn't look exactly like Robert Mavick's in the Donegal category, obviously it's wrong. So that's it.
Yeah, he
Make Robert Mavick's beard. That should just be the
poster
Donegal.
child for
That's it.
Donegal.
Make your beard look like this. And if it doesn't look like this, then you're wrong.
Yeah, I mean, he's put so much time and effort into that for so many years. He's definitely perfected it.
Adam Smalley had a question.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Do you think freestyle? This is question. Do you think freestyle full beard category should be split between symmetrical and asymmetrical? I've always felt it hard to judge between those because a lot of dudes work really hard to make theirs symmetrical.
I feel like one of the newer trends right now is to go asymmetrical, especially like think what Gary did. I mean,
Gary Faulkner had a very asymmetrical beard, and he put hair on top of his head.
Yeah,
but Smalley, I don't like it. I think we've already got 45 categories, and I don't think we need to start splitting freestyles into the style of said freestyle. I think splitting freestyle from full beards to partials, and then maybe goatees and chops or how far it goes is more than enough. But I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean, it would be another element that you could definitely do that, but then you got to do. So now we did full beard symmetrical and asymmetrical. Now do we need to do partial beard asymmetrical and symmetrical? So now we're back up to 50 categories. But I mean, I like the idea, but I think they should just battle it out.
Is that what you think?
That's what I think. I put that whole thought process together live on Talking Beards.
Yeah, even James says they should have never put that guy in Donegal.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Oh, here we go.
Is that what you're doing?
This is it. Here we go. Oh. James O'Neill. Per the current description, he was allowed in the category. However, I intended to change some category descriptions for next year if I'm allowed to. So yeah, we're going to do our best to try to. We saw a few things in there, right? That some links could be added, or some category better wording. Some shoulds got taken out and shalls got put in, and
lawyer speak.
Yeah, exactly.
Greater than, less than.
Well, yeah, we're taking those symbols out of it as well because
it's confusing as shit.
Confusing AF. You, me, and Adam Cosgrove, and he's a doctor.
I know.
Confused him, so we're just going to put wording in there. Get rid of those Pac-Man mouths. All right, Cardi's got an answer for you. Adam Smalley, go for it, Scott Score.
Asymmetrical is much easier to pull off than symmetrical. If someone wants to show up asymmetric, that's on them, but it should be taken into account when being judged.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you can make your sides match each other and stuff, it's all exactly right. That's definitely harder, but yeah, I'm gonna agree with Cardi. If you don't even try to make the sides match, it's gonna be easier but I don't know. It's all freestyle to me, I guess. I never really thought about breaking it down anymore, but yeah,
I think it's probably got to be harder to do symmetrical than
100% because you have to match them.
Yeah. That's just I don't know. I don't even want to think about that stuff.
All natural, over 36 inches, just for Duff.
All right, Justin's got a question here. He says, "Is there a certain thing beards are judged on, or is it just the biggest beard or mustache wins?" No, there's
Everything, Justin, man. So at this event that we're talking to, there was 47 categories, and that means there's going to be 47 different sets of criteria, and it's not always just the biggest beard or mustache. There's very precise things in some of these categories. Now, some categories, yeah, it's going to be the biggest one, but some of these, it's more about the precision than the size, I think.
yeah, like density, color, thickness. Uh, she's like, I'm trying to think of like the things that I specifically look for when I judge. Like, um, I'm a big one of my big things is the ends, the tips. Like, and this was a conversation that Aaron and I had earlier today about whether or not to put your beard, pull it into a tip, or to leave it straight or round it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of my preferred look that I like is more of a straight to rounded bottom. I don't like pulling it to a point. Like to me, like I like a more uniform density from top
Mm-hmm.
down instead of it just kind of.
And in a perfect world, that's how everybody's would be. But some people don't have thickness from top to bottom, and we gotta cheat the system and make points and stuff.
Yeah. So there you go. So there's a few example of things that um
James O'Neill is coming in hot right here. Is a
I
big
know.
one.
This is good.
All
Yeah,
right.
but so those are some of the things that, we look at when beards are getting judged about. So James O'Neill writes,
He says, other than those couple of issues, I was very pleased with the event overall. Connected with so many old and new faces. Great to see the Johnstons wherever I go. Honest Amish and Beard Team USA did a hell of a job oh my gosh, in the event that a local barber isn't available. Myself, my coworker Slim, who competed, would love for Austin to join us in barbering at any and all future national competitions. So, there we go. Maybe we'll have our own set of national barber trimming dudes to travel with us next year. Who knows? Who knows?
yeah, I mean, I mean, well, I think the biggest thing would be having to get, barber chairs there,
That
like to
would be the
find some
hardest
place to
thing,
run them
but
from.
where there's a will, there's a way, Scott Sikora.
Why isn't there where there's a way, there's a will?
Could be.
Could be.
Could be. Let's look at some more pictures. What else did I even put in here?
Oh.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah,
Here we go. So here, this is to
oh,
talk about the pulling together
this
thing.
is it. This is it.
So this is it. So I have always competed with my beard basically fluffed out at the end, and this was the first time I did the point thingy, and it didn't work. But this is some examples. You top right was probably the best one. It's
Yeah,
like
I mean,
straight
that's
point,
all
and then it's
yeah.
like pointed but rounded. It's like
Yeah,
three
that's pretty
different
much
examples.
all 3 different way I mean, and all of you guys have, like, really nice mustaches, but, Todd, right?
Yeah, Todd
He's
Bailey.
got,
Man.
like, such huge separation that I like that look much better
Mm-hmm.
personally. I like how the mustache stands out.
Yep.
Yours does at to a point, but Patrick's all of his stuff blends really good.
Yeah, his all blends together. I try to pull mine out, but my mustache wants to do the same thing as Patrick's and wants to blend back in. But yeah, man, Todd Bailey. I thought he was going to get me. It was close. That category was point two all the way down. So neither one of us ran away with that category. We were all super close, but Patrick Dawson's got the best goatee in the world right now, so he beat me still. But one day, Scott Sikora.
I know. So I always laugh when when I always tell them like my co-host, they got my best friend, he's a world champion. And I'm like, for all these years we've been competing together, I'm like, I have 2 national championships. I'm like, he can't get one of those. And
I
I'm like,
can't even get one. Patrick's got 5, and I've got 5 second places. So that's something, I guess.
here's a good one for you, Aaron.
All right.
Do
Do they
they
post the
post
exact
exact
scores
scores and
and
feedback?
feedback?
I don't know. Do they?
All the scores have been posted on the National Beard and Mustache Championship website, whatever the National Beard Championships, whatever the website is. Yeah, everything's listed now. Descriptions, not necessarily any type of descriptions or feedbacks, but here, each category, you got, first, second, third, all the scores got all of them.
All of them. Who came in fourth?
Oh, you broke up. Try it again. What'd you say?
Who came in fourth place in full beard over 8 inches?
So that's not a category. Full beard. Hold on.
6 to 12.
6 to 12. Natural. Joseph Phillips. How did you find that so fast?
Joseph Phillips is awesome. He was my favorite competitor of the whole weekend.
I mean, he's pretty good. I liked him a lot. But yeah, dude, so yes. Yes, the answer is yes. All the scores. Also, what happens to Casper scores? Yeah. So let's just get into that. The Casper scores disappeared, Corey. Wasn't anything malicious. I think there was a computer that was on that got shut maybe or something before the scores were saved. And when they got back home, I think the computer, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to the scores. Something happened to them.
The data was corrupted.
The data was corrupted. There we go. Supply chain issues, probably.
Yeah. Stuck on a freighter over in China or something.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, Andrew posted the website, National Beard Championships. So I was pretty close.
Yeah.
What else we got, Scott?
I'm looking. There was lots of stuff. It was hot and heavy real quick, and then now we kind of.
There's my booth. Look at that thing.
Well, it says they're coming soon, but they are. They should be up there right now. For Casper. Sorry.
Yeah, their website. They might be. Maybe they're working on it. I don't know. Didn't allow the scores to get released. That's it. Yeah, Casper. The Ford Wyoming Center up there just was like, no scores. We're not posting them.
What else? Anyone else complaints or praises or I mean, gosh, look at Adam's butt. His shoe is untied. Wow. God, it was such an embarrassing picture for him. If that picture goes out into the press, everyone's gonna know he doesn't know how to tie his left shoe. Wow.
Natalie said, breaking news. It was tied. It was just a long shoelace.
Oh. Sorry, Adam.
Natalie made a comment a long time ago, but she won't tell me what it was, so I don't know where it is. It's in the comments somewhere. She made a pro or a con.
She did.
She made a con. I thought it popped up there, but
I'll find it.
Yeah. We need to buy the Honest Amish shirt. I got yeah. You should have. You were there all day, Robert. You should have bought one.
Was that it?
Here it is. Con, having Adam Cogswell pick you out as the person he's going to throw paper at all day long. Yeah, so that's one of the things. When you MC, it's best to find someone that you're going to pick on, and apparently Natalie was it for Adam Cosgrove. She got paper balls thrown at him, and he made her talk on the microphone, and yeah, he was amazing though.
I want to say, not only because he's my friend, but I'm really happy that they decided to find someone in the bearding community that people knew and ask them to be the MC of the event and keep them. I mean, Adam's was cut to do this. So
yeah, man, he is such a natural. this 2 years in a row, and he just does such a great job. He just there's no way I could do what he does.
Yeah,
He's just so
he's
smooth and so perfect at doing the MC. It was a second time's MC job. I was super nervous being my first time, and he talked me through being up at the mic. Yeah,
yeah, he's good at that. He's just
so
good
good.
about making like people comfortable. Did he do stand-up comedy? No, but he probably could, but he just does a lot of public speaking, so he's really good at it. Let's see. Yeah, everyone's chiming in about Adam. So
Yeah, DG says Adam always does a phenomenal job. He's a consummate professional and super amazing. Yeah, Ken says right here, 9 straight hours on his feet and talking, insane. Andrew said Natalie was the best head judge. She kept everyone in line, was most respectful judge. And yeah, Adam says it was phenomenal. And it was. It was just that. It was phenomenal. We got there at 6:45 a.m. on Saturday, and I think we were gone by 9 for sure. So it was a long day for a lot of us, but my gosh, what an amazing event. Uh, I don't even know. We go on and on and on and, get pros and cons, but man, whenever this thing gets set up for next year, everybody should just go. Everybody.
any now that I mean you can't really say anything, but is there a slated date of when the release of
Nothing.
when?
Nothing. We ain't got nothing done.
So
There's
I mean,
there's a
I'm
there's a whole bunch of maybes.
what
Whole
I
bunch
was
of
looking
maybes.
for was like by Christmas we'll let you guys know where nationals is going to be next year.
Maybe. I don't know.
Look at this
But
guy. Look who's with us.
what's up, Lee
Lee.
BMG?
What's up, buddy? All
So
the
yeah,
way over from the other side of the world.
we touched on this very briefly, but we can talk about that a little bit for a uno momento. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But
our life over here, the Johnson household is probably about to get pretty crazy for the next couple months. But Monday, Natalie goes into surgery, and she's gonna go get vegan Al's kidney. I don't know if everybody knew that was happening, and there's some Facebook posts and stuff like that, but yeah, Al goes into surgery Monday morning, Monday afternoon, and they fly it down. It should be in Augusta by 7-ish, and yeah, they're gonna put her in the surgery at like 8 o'clock at night, and it's a 3 to 5 hour surgery depending, and man, it's gonna be a long day Monday, but that's what we got going on, and so yeah, we won't be doing Talk of Beers next Tuesday, obviously, because we'll still be in the hospital.
and and so then just as like I was talking to Aaron too about this and knowing that I mean, as you guys know how involved Natalie and Aaron are in the bearding community and traveling all over the country constantly, every weekend being someplace in the United States. Obviously their travels are going to be cut down to pretty much nothing for the next few months, but
Yeah,
it does sound
for
like
the rest
they're
of the year for sure.
yeah. So maybe a here and there might be a pop in, but yep.
But yeah,
Natalie.
that's our plan. So we'll Natalie will be in the hospital I think for 4 or 5 days, and then we'll come back home, and she's got to go for the next first month. I think we got to go 2 or 3 times a week to the hospital, and she's probably got a million blood works to do, and it's going to be a long road. So, you know, all the thoughts and prayers and all that good stuff. And there you go. Talk Beard's live on location from Augusta Kidney Center next Tuesday. Who knows? Who knows? Probably not, but who knows? Like, how you doing, Natalie? And just have her live, and she could tell everybody how great she's doing with vegan Al's kidney. She's immediately going to be vegan, and immediately will wear high heel shoes as
This is
soon as the
amazing.
surgery's over. It's going to be amazing. But that was one picture I should have loaded in there with Natalie and Vegan Al got to go get pedicures together this week. That was pretty cool. She was already taking her kidney out on the town.
Wow, jeez. Living it up,
Living
people,
it up.
living it up. Um,
What else we got going on?
Well, as if anyone's watched the show for over the past maybe month or so, month and a half,
Mhm.
we've been asking people to rate and review our show over on Apple Podcasts, and we had 2 more pop in. So let's read them.
I got this one.
No, not that one. That was not the one.
That's far down. There we go. Sorry.
All right.
Go ahead.
This is from RadB519. A bunch of studs. He's getting us confused with the things in the walls.
Yeah, we're not walls.
We're not in walls. These guys are just lovely. Scott and Aaron provide great insight into the charitable competitive bearding circuit. Yes, it's a thing. For those of us that are a part of a community, this is a great show to hear about upcoming events or to learn how others go about organizing their events. I know I've learned a few things from this show, and I've been organizing competitions for over 10 years now. I would suggest listening, even if competitive bearding isn't your thing. It's just all around entertaining show.
We're an entertaining show.
So
Was it
we
the
don't know
same
who
one?
Rab is.
Uh-oh.
All right, and then yes, and then Alan the vegan also put one up
Vegan
too.
now.
He says, "It is it 8 p.m. a Tuesday evening?" Question mark. Yeah, Talking Beards is live, but if you missed it or if you didn't, you can relive it here. Talking Beards is a great window into the lifestyle and the family of the bearding community, a fun, informed reflection of the men and women that gather around the country and world in an effort to support each other and make positive differences in a myriad of ways. Beard clubs around the world form to support causes and charities from individuals to worldwide organizations. Talking Beards formed to support these clubs. Aaron and Scott are beard guys, and they're great. They're so awesome. They're my favorite guys in the entire world.
The
The
end.
end.
That was nice.
So,
Thanks, Vegan Al and
so
Random Brad Guy.
yeah, Rab guy. We
Rab
would,
Guy.
if you knew who you were, we would send you some really great honest Amish stuff. Al, you're gonna you win giving Natalie your kidney, so that's just great.
Natalie was diagnosing who the Brad was.
Oh. So yeah,
It's
so
Bradley.
if anyone's interested, please go on over to Apple Podcasts and subscribe to the podcast, and also leave a rating and review, and we'll read it on the show and maybe send you some really great honest Amish stuff. So
There we go. Kyle Waller says might drop some breaking news concerning the Cyan Tattoo Beard and Mustache competition tomorrow night on the Shape podcast. So
wow, he's doing the show on Thursday nights now.
apparently he's doing the show on Thursday nights now. So don't be careful. Better not put it on the wrong night. You'll get in trouble.
Get in trouble.
All right. Honestly, I could see that Aaron would actually wear high heels before Nat. No, Natalie actually wears high heels before me, Sean Duff. She does it all the time. There we go. Kyle Waller. Thursday night. Man, we're just messing everybody up on the Talking Beards Network this week.
I know.
Yeah, we're on Wednesday. Kyle's on Thursday. A lot going on.
Dogs climbing trees, cats barking. Wow.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching us. Our special Wednesday night episode of Talking Beards. Tonight we just covered nationals and the pros and cons, and just overall just kind of hung out and BS'd a little bit, and that's what we do. So, thank you everybody for watching. I'm Aaron D. Johnson. Go ahead, Scott.
And I'm Scott Sikora. I'm so tired, but I'm very thankful for everyone that joined us tonight. Make sure you guys go over to talkingbeards.com if you want to know anything more about the show, or to subscribe to the podcast. It's all over there. So, like I said, thank you for taking your hour out of your Wednesday night, which normally it's Tuesday for us, but everyone that joined us tonight and gave us good feedback on nationals and all the other stuff. But yeah, just stay tuned with there'll be some different things going on over the next few weeks. But we'll keep you informed of everything that's going on. So we thank everyone for coming over. So
That's it. Everybody have a great night. Forgot to talk about this. No Shave November beard contest. Go check it out on some social medias. And yeah, where else is the other thing? Where's it at, Scott? I can't find it. Oh my gosh.
I don't
There it
know.
is. What?
So much yelling.
Hold on. Dadgummit. Well, good thing I didn't post that. No profession owl photos. So if you're a profession of an owl, you cannot put a whatever. Everybody have a great night. Okay, bye.
That was awesome.
Good job, Natalie.